Hi Scorpio. So this is your September 2020 reading. Okay, it's a monthly reading, it's a monthly overview reading. Stay tuned later for more information on my Patreon and for more information about this channel and me. Okay, so let's just dive right into the reading. So in the channeling session, I picked up on your need and how important it is for you, Scorpio, for your mind to continue to expand, or for you to allow your mindset to continue to expand. That's what's the most important thing about you remaining so happy. Some of you Scorpios have been wondering about how to keep the vibration around you as high as it has been, or how to raise your vibration more. But most of you guys have had good things happen, and you want to keep those things happening, and you need to confront beliefs about happiness and about how happy you can possibly be. Okay, so some of you guys are mistaking, well, I'm going to speak to the collective. You're mistaking suppressing your needs with being practical. Okay, suppressing your needs is not the same thing as being practical. And you're also struggling with some defeat, and you're kind of frustrated. So as a result, I have been guided to that this reading may be more surrounded around guidance. There will still be some prediction, obviously, but it's mainly going to be guidance and messages from your angels, and from your spirit guides, and from the universe, and from my angels and spirit guides. This is going to be more guidance, okay? And support from the angels in the universe is multiplying and increasing in your life, okay, Scorpio? So it's quite an interesting month. It doesn't need to be as hard as I feel like some of you guys may be thinking that you need to make it, okay? I feel like things are so new, the energy is so fresh, you know what to do with it. So do what you know that you should be doing with it. Right, Scorpio? The Queen of Swords is really going through an upgrade as a whole. The Queen of Swords is going through a major upgrade. Alright, so for the overall energy, we have the Nine of Cups. We have, like, I feel like some of you Scorpios are, like, afraid to be happy. You're afraid to be hopeful. You're afraid to make a wish. You're afraid of something coming true. The Tower reversed. You're afraid of being happy. And it's almost like you stop yourself. Like, you almost feel like the things that you love, you have a weird relationship with that, like where you almost don't think that you deserve good things, but it manifests in one way or the other, or with one belief or the other, right? But there definitely are some very dominant beliefs that are coming to the forefront, that are being illuminated to you by the universe, that have to do with feelings of value and of worth. And these beliefs are what have been stopping you from moving on from certain things and moving towards better things, okay? Okay, the issue is that you keep looking back, okay? And the issue is that you're not letting yourself be happy, kind of stopping yourself. The full reverse, see? You're kind of stopping yourself, right? More confidence. That's the definite pattern and theme during this time in the collective, is confidence. That's what is called upon. That's what's called for right now. Confidence, and being confident in your every decision, and every move, and every choice, every action you make, being confident enough to make it, or being strong enough in yourself. So we have the snake or the serpent reversed. She vibrates, or this energy is closely related to the Queen of Wands energy, and of course it's reversed. Now this speaks of deception, and it's self-deception. I heard that very clearly. That's very subconscious. That's very deep down. It's buried deep down inside of you, Scorpio. And this month you're taking a look at it, okay? And it's because you do want to be happy, right? You do want to be happy, and so you're taking a look at what is stopping you from being happy, okay? And you're taking a look at a burden that you've been shouldering, that you're now realizing that you don't need to shoulder, okay? So I'm gonna get into the overall energy, the energy for love. I'm gonna start off with the oracle energy, or with an oracle card for you guys, instead of starting off with the tarot cards for love for Scorpio. So straight up here I have your oracle energy, and the underlying energy, Moldavite. Okay, so this talks about being who you are and embracing your unconventionality. Your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. So approaching and looking at those parts of yourself that are different than other people, okay, in one way or the other. Some of you guys are being confronted with that. Some of you guys are needing to accept that about yourself, okay? Some of you guys, that may be the advice that you are hearing from the universe regarding a situation that has to do with love. So what do we have here? You have Diamond, value your self-worth, and Sugilite, own your divine power. Replace codependent people-pleasing with assertiveness and empowerment. I'm going to read for Sugilite. And for Diamond, you are God's precious gem, okay? You need to treat yourself like the gem that you are, Scorpio. You are special. You are important. God loves you. God put you here for a reason. God did not make a mistake. And then also, it's really not the time to, it never really is the time, but it's really the time to really be more assertive with yourself. And you can't care about what other people think, okay? So Sugilite, this is a card of empowerment, reminding you that you were made in the image and likeness of God. So you have the power of God always within you. In addition, all that you've experienced in life has made you stronger. Sorry, you guys, just putting on my incense. Oh, the ice cream truck. Love ice cream, you guys. This card comes up whenever you've been giving your power away to others. Perhaps you fear that they'd take away something valuable if you didn't comply with their wishes. Or maybe you're codependently worrying about other people's opinions. This is a time for assertiveness on your part, including holding boundaries and saying no to unreasonable requests for your time, money, or other resources. Assertiveness helps you honor and follow your inner guidance, which is the path of harmony and health. Scorpio, I was going to say, if this is your career, some of you guys, this could be associated with your career too, where maybe you want to work a job or do something that is different from what you are expected by maybe your family or your culture, and you're afraid to do it because you're afraid of backlash. Don't worry about that, okay? But this also comes to, when it comes to love, some of you guys are maybe with someone. Yes, Scorpio. Some of you guys are maybe with someone who is a little different, and you're kind of afraid to stand up to others, and that could be the unconventionality, because some of you guys have an unconventional relationship, okay? Or you're in an unconventional relationship dynamic. Some of you guys are needing to assert yourself in a relationship that tries to threaten your financial resources, or tries, or in a relationship that is crossing your boundaries and trying, maybe someone you're with, or someone in your family even, because love could even extend to family, is meddling in affairs that have nothing to do with them. Okay? And you're really, or vice versa, people who you work with are in your emotional affairs. You know, boundaries need to be drawn up and erected and stably held in place for you, Scorpio. And it needs to be your own boundaries, okay? Because you're God's precious gem. So what's the energy of love? What's going on in love in September? So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Excuse the drilling. So there's an opportunity here that is manifesting. And it's an opportunity within family, okay? It could also be long-term happiness, but it's also associated with family, okay? And it's a real opportunity to work on things with family, to get to a place to complete and utter happiness within family. But it's a real opportunity for some real happiness. Real happiness. Like, you hear that ice cream truck? How happy does that ice cream truck make you? Right? And you could not hear any of this because I could edit my video to edit out that noise in the background so you can hear me better, and then you don't hear the ice cream truck. But there was an ice cream truck. But ultimately, we have the Wheel of Fortune here coming out reversed, and it's almost like it wants to get put back in, only because of what I was saying. Almost like when I was going to say what I just said, that card kind of came out, and it was a message for me as the reader. Okay, so there is this like happiness I see here that is manifesting here. With the Four of Pentacles, this is like healthy holding on, so don't think that this is overdoing it. But maybe you're looking into, with the Hermit here, maybe the way you're looking into what's healthy to hold on to and what's not healthy to hold on to is maybe you need to take a different approach when it comes to looking into it. Okay, so right away I'm drawn to this pentacle here, right? And I keep seeing this pentacle energy and then this cup energy and this pentacle energy and this cup energy, right? And then the moment where we kind of get crossed off is when we come to the Hermit and when it comes to looking into it. Regardless, there's an opportunity here, right? And it's an opportunity to fix things or to plant a new seed that will lead to happiness in a situation that maybe seems like it wouldn't lead to happiness. Do you see this, right? Now, this is the beautiful thing that's coming in, but notice how it didn't come out all the way up right, which is kind of telling us of possibly a delay of sorts, or maybe an inability to see it in that way because of something else. So there is a message associated with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and its strength reversed, right? So it has to do with breaking out of a cycle that has been a very difficult cycle for you to break out of, and it's a cycle that is in a way of doing things. And now we have the Wheel of Fortune upright. So this is the opportunity that's being presented to you in your love life. That is the opportunity to happiness, to mend a situation, has to do with having the strength to break out of something, or having the strength to do something. That a strength energy that you maybe have not always wielded. Okay, and it's about making a judgment. It is. It's about making a judgment. Okay? And it's different for all of you guys, but there's some sort of opportunity here, and you need to have strength to do it. And the strength that's associated with it is with the Sagolite. Own your own divine power, right? It's to replace codependent people pleasing with assertiveness. Okay? So that is really interesting that that's what comes up for you, Scorpio, when it comes to your love life. Because I wouldn't have thought that. And it feels like this is an opportunity that you've been asking for, Scorpio. But you may not be so aware that you've been asking for it. Okay, so what's the next energy we have here? You have the Page of Pentacles. So this is some pure potential, okay? With the High Priestess energy, there is something really real that's growing in your love life, or that is almost here. It's here in your love life. It's here. It's available. It's around you. But with the Devil showing up here, there is something blocking you from it. The Sun. There's something blocking you from seeing it. There's a real opportunity here that your beliefs are what's blocking this thing from coming in, you know? And it's really real. Okay, some of you guys are marrying a baby. Some of you guys, you may want a baby, but you don't think you can have one, right? All I'm going to say is that miracles happen every day when it comes to having babies. And I'm not even trying to be far-fetched. I think it's pretty realistic at this point to believe that things happen every day when it comes to having children. Like, people who you never thought could end up doing it. So why couldn't you be one of those people, you know? Or why couldn't you figure out a way that works for you and makes you happy? You know, you're not doomed for a miserable life. You're not, okay? You're really not. But there feels like there's something right here that's very tangible and very real that you're not seeing, and so you're not working on, you're not accepting it, you're not taking it, you're not realizing it, you know? And this is one of those readings that you give, and, you know, maybe in the past, it would have had a different reaction, or some people would have had something to say. And it's one of those things where it's happening around you, you just aren't seeing it because you're blocking it. Okay? So Scorpio, how are you blocking it? Right? By holding on to suppressed abandonment woes. You have felt abandoned in the past and felt shut out and left out in the cold in the past, and never fully processed it, never got to the hierophant level of it, which is the highest 5, right? So never got to the point of it where you learn the lesson of it, and it's a lesson that's written in your bones, you know, and it's a lesson of love and full-on acceptance. You haven't finished letting it play out, and you haven't seen it for what it really is, and you didn't get that healing. And so because you don't have that healing, the opportunities you ask for, they're always going to come. Anything you ask for will come to you, but you will continue to not see it because of this abandonment wound, Scorpio. Okay? So the opportunities around you, it's right there, and this is love. This is when it comes to love. I see some of you guys having serious offers around you of romance, like people seriously wanting to be with you, or you know, maybe one person in particular that takes you very seriously, and I feel like you don't see it, you know. I'm not going to get into that too much, you know, because I think you understand what I'm saying. But what I will completely and fully say is that there is an opportunity here, okay? There's potential here. Like I said, this reading is going to be more guidance and predictions as well. So there is a prediction here of 2 opportunities. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have something that with pure potential, which is the Page of Pentacles. Now these are not necessarily small opportunities, but they are opportunities that are very that require time and require attention. Especially the Page of Pentacles requires time and attention. But with time and attention, you're gonna see it bloom, and you also learn so many lessons when you do decide to partake on the journey with the Page of Pentacles. So what's the final love energy we have for our darling Scorpios for September 2020? And we have the Seven of Swords. So there's some kind of thinking a lot. I feel like Scorpio, some of you guys are doing a lot of thinking, a lot more thinking than you need to be doing about a particular situation. You could feel like someone is kind of like working against you or anything like that, and it's like, you know what, as long as you cross your T's and dot your I's, you're fine. No one can harm you, you know. So long as you're doing, you know, you're making sure that you're not leaving yourself vulnerable and open, you know, or you're allowing the universe to protect you in ways that in the ways that you can't see and that you're not even aware that they protect you in, then you shouldn't have to worry. But for some reason, this is being triggered up in your energy, where maybe you could feel like there's someone around you who's deceiving or deceptive towards you, right? But once again, it's one of those things where it's like you're not seeing the person for who they are. And while your intentions are pure and they're great, because you know you're trying to avoid a situation, you're trying to protect yourself, there is an opportunity in this situation here. There's an offer here, but that you can't see. Five of Cups reversed. And it could be an offer here to take a look at repressed regrets. This feels like a lot of taking a look at things, right? The Magician, because you're in a place of like manifesting, right? You're in a place of manifesting. So you're probably figuring out what you want, and maybe this is a perfect opportunity for you to figure out what it is that you want, but instead you're not taking the opportunity, and you're kind of like either mistrusting the situation, mistrusting the person, or you're planning and plotting, and it's not really bringing you what you want, and it's not allowing you to express yourself fully as well. Okay, which is something that you're being advised to do. This reading, it feels so resistant. It feels so resistant, Scorpio. It really does. Just let things be. I mean, all the other signs, and you know, obviously I'm not singling you guys out. Obviously I love Scorpio. But every other sign I did since I started. I did 3 signs so far. Every single message was beautiful. It was so beautiful doing those readings, and they had such a beautiful energy to them. And not saying that your energy isn't beautiful, but it just feels like there's clouds in the sky, right? And I just need to remind you that the sun is out still. You know, it feels like it may be like a rainy day, you know? And when you forget that it was daytime because it was so cloudy, that kind of day. And you just need to be reminded that the sun actually is out and it's actually fine, you know, and you just gotta work through the clouds, okay? And, you know, these opportunities are always available to you as well, okay? So I think that was beautifully explained. I think I got that across to you guys in the best way I possibly could have, and I'm very happy about that because I just feel good about it. Something up in me feels good about this reading, okay? So Scorpio, let's shift into your career. All right, so Scorpio, career, let's have a look. 2 of Swords. Okay, we're caring a lot about what people think. A lot of people are giving their opinions, okay? People are always giving opinions, but this month you just care a little bit too much, okay? You care a little bit too much, and you can't care, okay? You just can't. You can't, you know? Take the message of it. Sometimes God speaks through people, and God will send people to bring us messages that maybe so we can understand it. because maybe we're not so tuned into ourselves or so tuned into now. So we need those people to deliver those messages. And I feel like for some of you guys, that could be what's going on. But for most of you guys, I feel like it's kind of getting to the point where it's a little toxic for you. And if anything, being around this energy is just making you realize how much you need to not be around this sort of energy. Okay, Scorpio. So feels like there's some gossip in the workplace that like how do I say this? That stuff that goes on at work that's kind of extra, you know, that stuff that sometimes we don't really care for could be happening. You don't have to deal with that. You don't. You really don't. Don't tune into that, especially if you're the talk of the town. I will say, Scorpio, some of you guys may find that you are, or you may have been, and that you're recovering from that still, from being the talk of the office. Don't worry about that. It will be righted. Okay, everybody's wrong will be righted. You just go into work every day in a good vibration. Go in and just feel good. Okay, and if the job isn't the job for you, and there's a job that will make you feel better, that job that makes you feel better will come right along on your path. Just go to work and feel good. Because I definitely see here there could be something like trying to be a problem. Push it out the way. Don't worry about it. They're just haters. They're miserable. They're not happy with their life. And that's the energy that they're putting out. But you don't have to dance with those people. You don't. So don't, because I don't think you want to. Okay, because this could affect your finances. This could impact you. You know, don't let it. All right. So what's next? What else is going on in September 2020? Two of Wands, expanding. So I see that this is kind of happening after this energy here, that we have this expansion here, deciding to go for bigger, better. Is deciding to let yourself be more than what it is that you already have. Okay, or what it is that's bothering you. You know, I think that whatever is bothering you about work, or whatever is bothering you about your career, you're choosing to not let it. You are being asked to choose between either not letting it stop you, or processing these feelings more to understand them better, so that you can then move on. But either way, you're in the process of expansion. You're definitely expanding out of something in your career. There's definitely Ace of Coins again. I just saw Death, right? So you're definitely expanding out of it. So let's have a look. We have the Ten of Wands reversed. So releasing burdens. I feel like some of you guys have felt burdened to carry, like, to be like worried about people. And I think that some of you guys, when it came to work, like, you felt very responsible for a lot of things that had nothing to do with you, and those things would really put a damper on you, and they would make you more worried than you needed to be. They made you work harder than you needed to work. It just was too much of a burden for you to carry. And I see, Scorpio, you shedding that, and I'm hearing, especially towards the end of the month, this is really shedding off of you, because I think that this month kind of starts off a little bumpy, where you've got like something happening here, like where it's kind of like some event may happen that's kind of upsetting, or that kind of puts you in your head a little bit. It makes you confront those belief systems that are so outdated and so don't serve us. So as you're confronting those emotions, then you're deciding to either you're deciding to move on from them finally, and then towards the end of the month, you're moving on from all the things that block you from seeing a situation for as happy as it is, or block your happiness. Okay, so healing enough to be able to cooperate with others, right? Healing enough to trust others enough to cooperate with us, right? And then also finding a good group or a good team to cooperate with, right? So this month ends very pleasant. The energy shifts into a much more pleasant space, because I feel like you're now deciding what it is that you want in regards to your career and in regards to your finances. and you're going towards that, and you're not changing that, and you're not second guessing it. Six of Swords, that's the perfect card for this. Now, so see how this month just starts off and it moves, right? See how the month does that? That is what you need to understand this month. So I don't know how this month is starting off for you. It could start off kind of difficult. You could start off this month in your head a little bit. You could start off this month worried. There could be some gossip that you're dealing with at work during this month. But then, you know what you do at the end of the month? You drop it and you move on and you go towards the better thing. You go towards the thing that you were meant for. You go towards the thing that you've been desiring, and you shed that old weight, okay? That's what's happening. So believe in the impossible. Blue Moon just showed up. So I'm using the Moonology Tarot deck by Yasmin Boland, and I'm going to pull you guys a card for your career and your finances for September 2020. Bring love into the situation. So whatever situation it is that you're finding yourself in regards to your career, bring love into this situation. This is the new moon in Aquarius. We just had a full moon in Aquarius when I'm filming this, or a few days out when I'm filming this. So yeah, this is a new moon in Aquarius energy. Bring love into the situation. So whatever this career situation is, if it doesn't feel like love, you know, if it feels like you're angry at people and you have hate, bring love into the situation. You know, see everybody as a part of you. I have started going out super late, like 2, 3 a.m. and just sitting outside and just taking in the night energy. And I used to be so afraid of the nighttime and being outside, especially alone at night. And now I sit outside and I just sit with the universe, and I sit with the celestial bodies in the sky, and I look at them, and I just chill and get in a high vibration, and it's amazing. It feels so good, and it helps you to connect with yourself, you know, and it also helps you to be truthful to yourself and realize, you know, when maybe you've been wronged, or also when you wrong others. I think what's very important for us to realize is how we may or may not hurt others. I think we're really good at identifying when we're hurt, but we may not understand when we could lend a little bit of compassion, you know, or when it goes past, you know, normal hurt and natural hurt to something that we're holding on to. Okay, so I think this month it really pays to be close to yourself, and it really pays to get in tune with how you're feeling. I mean, the quarantine has really done wonders when it comes to you know, obviously for those people who are really impacted food-wise, you know, I hope that you are getting the resources that you need. And I always send out positive energy and love to you guys. But I think that some people who were not so necessarily impacted and who have had the time to really reflect within themselves have seen the positive results of this, which every situation has its positives. So let's go ahead and throw the card over. So we have new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. Look at that. So see how your career is basically telling you that luck is on your side. This card came up reversed. Now, I'm not going to read the card in reverse. The card does not read reversals, but it just goes to show how there is luck on your side, but, you know, how are we letting it in, right? I feel like if I was titling reading still, I would totally title this reading, Are We Letting It In, Scorpio? Because are we letting it in, you know? I mean, look at these cards. The underlying energy is new moon in Virgo. You are good enough. You need to understand that you are good enough. Okay, you can speak your truth. You don't have to worry. You don't have to change yourself. Okay? You shouldn't have to do anything extra. You know, you shouldn't have to work harder than him and her. Some people who have those things, they have worked too hard for those things. I don't know why that's funny for me, but it is. Okay, so I'm gonna read for new moon in Sag. Whew. Okay. Whatever is coming your way It looks set to put a smile on your face. A new moon in Sagittarius can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. The energy of adventurous and even willing to take a few risks, the energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks, but be careful. You don't bet the farm on something here, as the Wheel of Fortune is still spinning. This card is about exploring life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It can also be a signal that a trip away is coming up, if that's something you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means widening your world view. Attune to the moon. Count your blessings, literally. Write them down or say them out loud. Additional meanings for this card. You need to laugh more. This is a wonderful time to start a course of study or teaching. Don't be narrow-minded. Start a week of gratitude practice. For example, via Facebook, a journal, or blog. The teaching. Sagittarius is the sign of fun, travel, and exploration, and the great cosmic quest. It's the sign of big ideas. Its energy is expansive, upbeat, lucky, and divine. The new moon in Sagittarius exudes all this, as does this card whenever you draw it. Nothing is set in stone with Sagittarius, and an optimistic energy can attract all manner of good things if you tap into the energy by expecting the best. So we're closing off this reading with that message, Scorpio, of expecting the best, okay? And of, how beliefs maybe could change. I don't know. So, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. As I said before, stay tuned later on for some announcements about my Patreon. I will announce the specifics of it when it is fully ready, but I am working on Patreon for you guys, for the OGs and for the people who are like my besties, and who really connect with me. I cannot wait to be 100% on Patreon with you guys. Not that I am not 100% here, but just to give you guys more content. So if you stay to the end of the video, I mean, you're the freaking best, right? So go ahead, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you have been meaning to, but you forgot, it slipped your little mind, and also share the video. Sharing is caring. Share my stuff. I work hard on this stuff, and I want it to get out there, and I need your help. So be a doll and share my video. Share all the videos, especially with those who you feel would resonate with it most. And lastly, if you'd like to work with me personally, I mean, come on, what are you doing? Why aren't you working with me? Why have you not booked a session? What's going on? Okay, so that information in the description bar down below. Shoot me an email, and I have to be honest, I do not accept every single person that sits in front of me that books a session with me, because I just possibly can't help everybody, and my methods may not and probably won't work for everybody. I mean, come on. There's a plethora. There's an abundance of everything. So, I am looking forward to working with those who we really connect with. What are you waiting for? Okay? So, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I guess we'll talk some other time. Perhaps maybe next month. Bye-bye.